Hello everyone. Today I have a very special guest. Thank you for joining us in Periscope, YouTube or Facebook Live. And please do share the stream so we can actually get a good audio. Today we're gonna talk to Ziya Kocabiyik, who is an Amnesty volunteer, Amnesty Chelmsford volunteer. He decided to take up a massive challenge to cycle all around Britain, well, all across the Britain from south to north in 10 days to raise awareness about some of the problems that are ongoing in Turkey. So we'll be talking to him. So Ziya, welcome to our event. Can you introduce yourself to my audience, please?
Hi, Ismail. Thank you for inviting me. I live in Essex, and I am the member of Amnesty Chelmsford Group. And this is one of the opportunity, I guess, we're gonna raise awareness for human rights violations in Turkey.
Yeah. Why did you decide to do such a huge challenge? 969 miles, is it? All across.
That's right. Yeah, that's gonna be 969 miles in 9 days, and I'll be cycling around 110 miles roughly each day, which is 180 to 200 kilometers. And it's gonna take 9 days, and every day I'll be stopping in certain parts of the UK, and I'm gonna meet local Amnesty members and local public over there. And we're going to have some of the groups, they organizing events, and we're going to have a photo shoot, and I'm going to give them speech and explain actually what's happening in Turkey and some of the human violations that I'm going to raise, and especially a couple of them. That one is Taner Kılıç, who is the Amnesty member. I'm the chairman of the Amnesty in Turkey. He's in prison at the moment. And we have 17,000 women and 668 babies in prison, and also over 120 journalists in prison. And these are the three main topics I will be talking. And of course that we have not forgotten other violations as well.
So let's start with Taner Kılıç. I think he's imprisoned by Turkish authorities on the basis that he's involved in a terrorist organization. How come an amnesty chair has been accused of being a member of a terrorist organization? What does this tell to human rights defenders and their situation in Turkey? What do you think?
Yes, I mean, as you know, and many people, after July 16 in 2016, and there was a military coup attempt, and after that one, the human rights violations in Turkey is extremely escalated. And Taner was one of the key persons who was extremely working for the behalf of people who is affected from these matters. And of course that his work is, I guess, it was disturbed, like a kind of a threat. Yeah, disturbed, or they find kind of a threat for themselves. And that's the reason they wanted to silence him. And not only him, and I guess they arrested him in June 2017. And just a couple of weeks later, they have arrested another 10 Amnesty members, and which we call them Istanbul 10. And thankfully, they've been released in last November. But obviously, their case is going on, and the Taner is still in the prison. I mean, interesting. Taner is technically a free man. And he's been, I can say, he's been kept in a prison as a hostage. And on 31st of January, he had a trial. And the judge said, there is no evidence against your case, and you are a free man to go. And while his wife and his daughter was waiting, hopefully outside the court, and a couple of minutes later, another prosecutor, and he demanded his rearrest, and saying that judge's decision he is not agree, and there was no another evidence he provided, and that is the reason they put him back in prison. Now, I guess his trial is postponed to in June, June of 2018.
So, what about 668 babies that are in prison in Turkey? Why they are in prison? Like, did they committed a crime? Can you enlighten my viewers about this issue?
Yes, I mean, obviously these children are not they are not in prison because they're in prison because of not they committed a crime. They are in prison because their mothers are in prison. I mean, after July 2016 coup attempt, and the government arrested 17,000 women. And most of these women in Turkish prisons at the moment, they are still waiting for trial. And many of them, they have not seen a single judge yet. And obviously, the 660 babies, I mean, we are saying 668, but numbers are growing day by day. And they have been, obviously, there was no choice. They have to go to prison. They born in prison. And some of them just a couple of weeks old, couple of months old. And interestingly, I mean, Turkish constitution protects children if they are under a certain age. Even mother committed a crime, they should be, put in prison, or they have to go to the jail after a certain time when the children became more independent.
Yeah, I see. And that is one of the reasons why you are doing this. So tell us about how do you prepare for this massive challenge?
My preparation started roughly around 6 months ago. I mean, the idea of this one is it came in my mind last September. I mean, the Mark Beaumont, I mean, he's an endurance cyclist, a Scottish cyclist, and he traveled around the world in 80 days with his bike. And he was cycling around roughly 400 kilometers every day. And he did this one for charity as well. Yeah. And I watched his arrival, his last day in Paris, and it was quite a very important moment. And I guess on that day I said, maybe I may not be able to cycle around the world, but this is the challenge I want to take, and let's travel across the United Kingdom and raise awareness what's happening in Turkey. And obviously my preparation started after that one, and contacting my local Amnesty Group and speaking to other people, and I seen a quite good response from the many of my friends. And I started my actual cycling training in December after the cold weather, and so far, finger crossed, it's going well. And by the time in 4th of May, I'll be fully ready.
But you decided to actually not go across east to west, but south to north. Is that the number that drove your attention, or you wanted to make it the most challenging?
This is called Lejok. It's a Lands to Jonagrot, and it's quite a lot of people during the year. Some they take this challenge, and it's a quite popular one. Obviously, not many people takes in 9 days. And my main challenge is I am doing this one in 9 days, and my second challenge is I am doing solo. I'm doing on my own. And on my third challenge is I am not cycling constantly. In between each day, I'll be stopping and giving break, and which is making my journey much more complicated. And these are the differences from other cyclists who do similar journey.
So in terms of preparation, roughly how many kilometers do you cycle like in one of your trainings now?
I mean, I just checked my Strava actually. I mean, since January I did more than 3,500 kilometers already for my training from the 1st January. And this will be, before starting this challenge on 4th of May, it will be roughly 4,500 kilometers I'll be already done for my training. And I'll do training for 5 days in a week, and from weekdays, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll do quite easy ride and some threshold. And over the weekend, I'll do quite long rides, like over 150 kilometers. And Monday and Friday is my rest day, but obviously rest mean not rest. I'll do some stretch and yoga exercise for those days as well to keep my body up to date.
I see. One last question. How much do you aim to raise for Amnesty with this long challenge?
Yes, obviously our target is, it's quite ambitious. We set up a target for £25,000, and so far, thank you for all people that who is already supported. We crossed the first barrier of £1,000, and obviously that we are hoping more donations during the ride and after the ride as well. And our aim is to let's get as close as possible to £25,000. And because, the Amnesty is working extremely hard for all the cases in Turkey, not only the 3 cases we just previously told, all the other human rights violations in Turkey. If I just quickly mention those ones, we have in Turkey democratically elected party leaders are in prison. And we have MPs are in prison in Turkey. And we already mentioned 120 journalists, and we have academics, we have judges. We have, I guess, over 5,000 judges and almost similar number of academics are in prison. And recently, 10 students has been arrested in Istanbul because they were just raising their voice.
In Boğaziçi University.
In Boğaziçi University, yeah, that's right. Obviously, that if you talk human rights violations and Turkey, you never run out of topic, I guess. Its numbers are quite big. And that's the reason Amnesty is working extremely hard for all the cases and trying to raise awareness all these ones. And my challenge is here, let's give them extra support, and they can do more jobs and help more people.
I'm sure you will be reaching to 25,000. It's not a very big challenge. There are so many journalists, viewers that are watching me who are supporting me through Patreon anyway, and I'm sure they'll chip in as well. But just to remind them, how many days left for you to start your journey? So,
yes, my journey is starting on the 4th of May, and we got 15 days left, and that's going to last 9 days.
You are going to
9 days. I'll be cycling, and my last day I'll be reaching Jona Grot on 12th of May.
Okay.
And that will be my last day over there.
I hope everything goes well. We'll be, keeping in touch with you and get some further updates about your trainings and your messages, and we'll keep a close eye on your fundraising page as well. I advise everyone who is watching to just follow Ziya Kocabiyik on Twitter and Facebook, and share what his message strongly across the different countries, and hope that he achieves to raise some awareness about the troubles that are ongoing in Turkey that he mentioned, and also he achieves to raise 25,000 for Amnesty International or Amnesty UK in that case. Thank you, Ziya, for doing this, and we'll be in touch again, inshallah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for video on TR that provided this one.
You're welcome, and we'll see you soon. Thanks everyone for joining. Please do subscribe and comment about this video, and tell us if there was any problem, because I didn't have a chance to check the audio. I hope everything is okay, and we'll talk to Ziya soon and talk about how his progress and what he's doing. And please do consider supporting his page. You will find a page link at the bottom of our YouTube page in the description part. Click on that and it will take you to his page, and you can donate. And if you are also taxpayer, you can gift aid as well, which will make it easy for everyone. Thank you for joining us. Have a nice day.